In 2004, Percival Aviation selected 123insight over systems costing around £80,000. After going live in 15 weeks, the company saw reductions in stock, paper usage, lead times and errors. CEO Neil Percival stated at the time, 123insight appeared to do 99% of what we wanted, and even more so today. As part of our 10 Years On series, we revisited the company to see how they have diversified and the positive effects that 123insight continues to have on the business. Percival Aviation Limited, based in Fareham, Hampshire, manufactures a wide range of aircraft interior products for companies such as Airbus, British Airways and Emirates. In 2004, when 123insight was first implemented, the company's main focus was on aircraft seating. However, they have since diversified the range considerably.
Most of our manufacturing processes in 2005 were around cut and sew foam products for aircraft seating. Since that time, we've manufactured a lot more complex components, including cut and sew steel, but we're manufacturing metallic components, composite components, so more complex parts for aircraft interiors, all of which we use the system to bomb and manage the production through our workshops. We've also acquired a lot of new customers in that time as well, so significant growth in the Middle East, and that area is growing significantly for us into the future.
Turnover has increased by over 260%, from 2.45 million in 2005 to 6.5 million in 2014. And although their 123insight license count has increased from 8 seats to 28, the number of staff has remained constant at 50. Neil cites that this demonstrates the spread and reliance of 123insight across the business.
Basically, everyone who has a computer on their desk also has 123 license. So we're using that from inquiry, our sales team, everyone in the sales team has a license, all the way through engineering, where we can create bill of materials, etc., into production, all the way through to dispatch.
The company saw initial improvements in lead times after going live. Despite diversifying their manufacturing methods and producing more complex products, lead times have continued to remain constant.
Typically 4 weeks from receipt of order to shipping parts. We are certainly in control of our goods inwards receipting process, stock, manufacturing process, all the way through to inspection and dispatch.
Stock levels have also significantly reduced, with Neil citing that the company now turns stock over around 8 times per year.
Our stock has reduced relative to turnover, definitely. We're turning around 8 times our stock per annum now, which when we implemented the system, I'm sure we weren't even at 1 or 2.
The stores department is also taking advantage of the ability to use handheld tablets for performing day-to-day functions such as checking stock availability. In 2008, the company investigated implementing AS9100 and the EASA Aerospace Quality Accreditations, and Neil discovered that 123insight already provided him with a system he could use as a framework to manage them.
When we started with 123insight, we didn't have AS9100. That was a requirement of a lot of our customers at the time. When we implemented 123, that was really with the intent of creating a lot of control within our manufacturing processes, which, to be frank, we didn't have prior to the system. So now we have full traceability. We have an awful lot of business metrics that AS9100 requires of us, all provided by the system.
Although paperwork initially decreased massively, the subsequent requirement for providing QA documentation has increased their paper output. However, Neil notes that obtaining it is not an issue.
We are paperwork hungry, I think. Being an aerospace company, we do tend to produce a lot of paperwork. However, we are receiving all of that paperwork from the system, so we're not going outside of the system to create any paperwork.
Percival Aviation originally went live with version 4 of the software back in 2004. In 2015, they're running version 10, and they've seen many significant features provided under the monthly subscription, including some that they requested. For example, capacity planning was initially displayed as a percentage figure. They requested this to be also shown in hours, with the feature becoming available in a subsequent release at no additional cost. Neil noted another requested feature affecting purchasing and quoting that has delivered significant time savings along with knock-on benefits to his customers.
In our business, we have a lot of different batch sizes that our customers request of us, and quite frequently when we're quoting jobs, we'll be quoting for minimum order quantities from small quantities through to larger quantities. We found with the system that we had a slight issue with this respect of quantifying materials that we were buying in to produce our bill of materials. So we asked 123insight whether they could put a what if button, which they did very quickly, and that what if feature now provides total control of our costs when considering materials that we're buying in, which may also have price breaks that we need to pass on to our customers.
Percival Aviation has required very little in the way of support, meeting the 123insight average of 1 call per customer per month. Over the last decade, 123insight has introduced a dedicated customer care team that regularly meet with customers and provide face-to-face advice over and above the support provided by the help desk, which Neil has found very useful.
I think the main thing that Lucy's brought for us is the need for training. As I mentioned earlier, we went from 8 licences up to 28 licences, and we did have an instance, I believe, where people were probably not as confident using the system as they should have been. So Lucy's been very instrumental on putting those particular people on the right training courses that suits their job requirements.
123insight Limited break down training into 6 days, covering the complete core system and split over commercial, engineering, production and MRP, and system, administration and finance courses. This allowed Neil to select training relevant to an individual's role.
We have people that fulfil particular functions, and it's very useful that they're going on a training course that is relevant to what their function is, rather than being trained on things that, quite frankly, are not going to be relevant to them and they're probably going to switch off.
The company continues to see growth, and Neil concludes that the 123insight subscription model still works extremely well for them.
When we looked at 123insight along with other more traditional competition, we were looking at budgets of sort of 80k back in 2005 against the offering that 123insight were giving us. 80k at that time was completely unaffordable, and we looked at 123 as a fantastic opportunity to introduce a software package which was affordable. It's been a great relationship for us. Very happy, very happy. And quite honestly, it does feel like 123insight is just a part of our business that we've almost forgotten because it's just us.